welcome back to our channel, and if you're new here, my name is Brandon.
And my name is Heidi, and we're here with a new video for you.
You asked us questions, we got the answers. We're gonna do a Q&A, we haven't done one in so long, so let's get into all of these awesome questions that you all asked us.
So you asked us questions over on our Instagram, as well as on our last YouTube video, and we will be going through those questions and answering them all here today.
Yes, so there's some Disney ones, some life ones,
just all of the above.
Some marriage and babies ones was the common theme. There's so many questions, so let's get into them right now. The first one is, what is your go-to rope drop attraction or ride in each of the 4 Walt Disney World parks?
Oh my gosh,
so
maybe I should have prepared this.
Let's tackle this. We're just going off. I looked at the questions before. Heidi hasn't really seen all these, but let's tackle it park by park.
Okay.
And kind of do like what we do.
Okay.
So let's do Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, that one's easy.
I think we rope drop Tower. Usually.
Yeah.
It's kind of that, or Mickey and Minnie's. One of those
Yeah,
two.
but I think mostly Tower.
Yeah, like I would say that we mostly go down to Tower and do Tower and Rock and Roller Coaster together and get that done, and maybe even do Tower like a second time.
Yeah.
Because everybody runs to Slinky Dog or Rise of the Resistance. We
don't do that.
Don't do that. We usually use like Genie Plus. So for us, these are ones that we kind of can knock out more easy. So we do Tower and Rock and Roller Coaster probably. Epcot, I would say usually it's like Frozen, just because it's always so busy that's the one that we kind of hit right away. Yeah, and then Cosmic Rewind we would, but it's like virtual queue. Yeah. So I feel like it's got to be Frozen, right? Would be the one, or like Soarin' maybe, but it's usually Frozen.
No, the one that we've done before is Frozen. It's like, remember the one time we went and waited like 70 minutes anyways?
And it was long.
So silly. But
Animal Kingdom is probably now Flight of Passage. I think that it was for you before. I would say like, I don't really know like what mine would have been before. I feel like Everest maybe, or something, or Dinosaur.
Everest when Everest is like not even busy.
I know. So now that I know that I can ride Flight of Passage, 100% Flight of Passage.
Because you've never even gone to Animal Kingdom really in the morning.
No, right away. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you would go to Navi River Journey.
Yeah, I feel like Flight of Passage. I think that I would do right away. And then Magic Kingdom. It's kind of like random. I feel like
do whatever we want.
just kind of do whatever. We save like 7 Dwarfs until the end of the night because it's more fun at night. I would say maybe something like Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, we roped up.
Or like Pirates. I don't really know.
Probably something like that. Honestly, it's just like whatever we feel.
Yeah.
At Magic Kingdom.
We wanted to share that we are going to be going live next weekend, Saturday, April 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. And we are going to be doing the perfect Disney World day. And it's gonna be very interactive. We're gonna choose our own pathways, go down different like routes of picking different things, and it's gonna be super fun. So hopefully you can all join us for that again, Saturday, April 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Our next question is, how did you guys meet?
Yes, and we answered this like a while ago. That's why that I'm glad that somebody asked this, because we haven't really shared this since we hit like 500 subscribers was our last Q&A that we've actually physically answered this question. And it's kind of like a fun story how we met. Do you want to take it, or do you want to kind of just like...
Well, we can talk about it together.
Okay, go for it.
So briefly, we met at work technically.
Yeah.
But then the backstory is that Brandon was like, I guess like the camp supervisor, but I always say more like the team lead because you're still like a student. It's not like you were like an adult and not a student working at.
There was a manager who was above my role.
So yeah, still had like a student role.
Yeah.
And so I applied for the summer camps like at our previous university that we worked at, and then interviewed and stuff, and then I didn't get the job. Sad, cries.
And it wasn't because of me. It was just,
that's what he says.
No.
I'm just kidding, because he was in the interview.
I redeemed myself.
Brandon was in the interview along with like other people.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, like, it wasn't on the final list of people who got the job. And I was like, okay, that's okay, like, no worries. And then I was like...
Actually sad, though.
I was sad, but I was like, okay, I'll just work for the city or whatever. And I had, like, another job lined up. But then I got a call randomly that was from Brandon and was like, hi, actually, like, we would like to offer you the job. And then I remember the call literally so vividly. And I was like, okay.
I remember too. You were like,
I was like,
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll have to think about it because like I have another job, because literally I had another job like lined up and I just like figured that one out.
Right.
So I was kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. And then after I was like, okay, no, this is the job that I really, really wanted. So I'm just gonna like accept it. But we also met before that, I guess, too.
Yeah. So basically, like, the whole kind of, I guess, like, the short story is Heidi's roommate had a game night with people from our workplace. I worked with Heidi's roommate.
I did not work there at the time.
No. So I went over there. I met Heidi for the first time, followed Heidi on Instagram, of course, all that stuff. And then yeah, we did the interview and she didn't get it, but then I was allowed to like
Oh yes,
call somebody.
I never said that.
I was allowed to
Brandon
call.
was the one to choose.
Yeah, he
who
said.
to call.
He said pick who you think.
It's like his boss.
And I called Heidi, like because you had a great interview. Called Heidi.
That's why.
Got the job, and then
I was
we kind of
super
just
qualified.
I think that like
We became
things,
friends.
Things moved though pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, it was very.
But we became friends because we had really like two really good friends that became our friends, and there was like a group of four of us
Yeah.
that were really good friends
The
that
gang.
worked. Yeah, the gang throwback. I love that so much. So then we were all just like friends, and then it kind of just like happened.
Yeah, you came over one time.
Yeah.
And like it was like I was awkward, and I like let Heidi sit on the couch alone because I was trying to be nice and stuff like that. But then
I thought that I was being
then-
friend zoned,
no.
and I was like, okay, whatever. Like,
but
it
then the
doesn't matter.
second time, like you came over, you stayed like the whole night. Like we
Yeah, we
didn't
just,
even
like,
sleep.
chatted
We
the
just
whole
like
time.
chatted. And then I think that's kind of
Tiring
what.
times.
Yeah, but that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
And then it was like
And then we're like, oh, okay.
2 months in, we booked like a Disney trip.
Yeah, it was weird.
Very, very crazy. So I think it was just one of those things that we kind of like knew.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
So that's how we met.
So we're gonna go back and forth between kind of like life and then Disney and life and that kind of thing. So who is your favorite Disney character? This kind of puts you on the spot because you have a few.
I don't like this question.
You have a few, and if you want to give honorable mentions, you can. But then your ultimate fave. That's what I'm gonna do. Just to get
Okay.
some more variety.
Yeah, this question's weird because I feel like my ultimate favorite Disney character is Rapunzel because I really like her. I feel like I'm similar to her. And I just love her spirit and how happy she is and
That's good.
excited about life and
Yeah.
everything. So I really love that. But then but it's funny because like Tangle's not necessarily my favorite movie.
Right.
It's not. Frozen 2 is. So I really like Elsa. I also like Baymax and other characters. But I'll say Rapunzel.
Yeah, so everyone knows that Genie's my favorite by far and away. That will probably never ever change. The Genie is just, I don't know, like I just really connect with him. I love like Robin Williams, and I just love the whole like vibe about the Genie, and like same thing, kind of like his whole spirit of like he's been like stuck in a lamp serving people, and then he finally is freed, and he's just like a really, really good friend. So I love him. Judy Hopps is my second favorite. I love Judy Hopps. She has been a character who I've like just really grown to love, and I really, really love so much just for so many reasons. And then I would say like my OG favorite from being a kid was Goofy, and I also love Donald because I played Kingdom Hearts like as a kid, and they were kind of like your little sidekick with like Sora, the main character. And my dad always loved Goofy, so I feel like I just really connected with like Goofy and Donald. So I'll say Genie, Judy Hopps. Donald and Goofy.
A whole list. Our next question is, what would your last meal be? And it said like main, starter, dessert, and drink.
This is a cool question because I feel like then people get a taste of like
Makes me stressed.
what we like. No. Do you want to go first? Do you want to take
no.
it? Okay.
You
for
go
me,
first.
as an appetizer, this is kind of hard, but I really love spinach dip. Spinach dip is something that I literally just like
Get Kelsey's spinach
love.
dip.
Yes, specifically Kelsey spinach dip. I think it's so good, and I think that would be a great way to start off. For a main meal, that's where it kind of gets pretty tricky because there's a few things that I've like liked as of lately where like I like pizza and pasta and those kind of things, but I think I'm gonna say this might like surprise you, a really good like chicken sandwich, like a fried chicken sandwich,
I feel like that's
a lot
just
of
what you're craving
sauce.
right now.
I don't know what it is. I feel like that would be my meal with like a really good side of like really good fries.
Okay.
I don't know where like really good fries that I love. That would be my main meal, or a Moe's stack because I love
As
that.
your last meal, you like it that much.
It
I'm
is
so
so
happy.
good.
Okay.
And then for dessert, that's where it kind of gets hard. I feel like I would just like cookies, like a nice big cookie. And then for a drink, I love iced tea, specifically brisk.
Okay. I was thinking while you're doing that.
Yeah, that's fair.
So for a starter, I feel like if it was my last meal, I'd want like a Costco poutine.
Okay,
I
okay.
really like those.
That's good.
As my starter, even though that's kind of like, I don't know what to classify that as, so I'm gonna say that.
That's a good appetizer. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah, I like it.
My
Accept
dinner
it.
is gonna be like something cooked by my mom because I like her dumplings.
That's good.
So it has to include
A mama
something
meal.
that my mom cooks, but it has to include her dumplings because I could literally eat 1,000 of those. And then the next step is dessert, and I'm gonna pick the cheesecake on a stick that I once had at
Yes.
a food truck
The specific that one.
at near Kia.
We'd have to source
it was
that
so good. I don't know.
That's
like
good.
that was life changing.
Yeah.
And then my drink would probably be like a slushy, like an icy, or
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven
Yeah.
Slurpee. So that's what I'll be having.
The next question is, what is your favorite pin in your pin collection? And this is a question that we get like asked kind of often, like on pin videos, like what pins that we like or what collections we love. And the pin that I'm going to show, I show all the time. So I have two other ones that are kind of different to change it up. This is my actual favorite pin, like by far and away. It's this Judy Hopps pin of her holding the big donut. And I love this pin so much. Heidi got this pin for me, and it's just, I don't know what it is about it. I really love it. I love how it's like Judy being heroic there with the donut. The donut's like a rubberized thing, and it's from the Love is an Adventure series, which I just love so much. So that's my actual favorite pin. Do you want to show yours, and then we'll kind of go back and forth? Because we each have like a few honorable mentions as
yes, because I used to have a different favorite pin. I think this one's now my new favorite pin.
Ooh.
So I picked this pin of Naturi and Jake Sully. So it's like a Avatar pin. I just really love it. Now there's like obviously more Avatar pins and things, and I don't have like all of them. But this one I think is so cool because it really looks like them, and it says like the words that mean something.
Like we are family or something.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah, or like one family. Sorry, is what it is. One
family.
Okay. It's like the pin event.
Yeah, but I don't think it necessarily says one family because some of the other ones don't say one family. So it says something about family.
Something like that.
But it's from the one family pin series.
Yeah. I have another Zootopia one that I love, and I just love it for so many reasons. And I think it's just I think this is like me and you, like kind of like we're kind of silly but also cute. They're
cute.
They're best friends.
They're kind of silly but also cute.
Yeah, they're best friends though. Don't get it twisted. Nick and Judy are not a couple,
they're not
in my opinion. They are best friends, and it's one from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and it's like what's this called? Like a photo booth. When the picture would print out, and you can see there's like 4 different ones. There's like a normal pose one, and then Nick is like pushing her out of the way and then takes her badge, and then they're like together. I just think it's so fun, and I love how it's so big, and I love Zootopia pins, and I think this one is cool because it's like Nick and Judy together. So I just wanted to show this one because I never really show it.
And then I'll show you my pin that I said has been my favorite thus far, but the reason that it got taken down one level is because it looks like this on the outside, and if it didn't have this like opening piece, I feel like I'd like it better because I really like the image on the inside. It's this beautiful like art kind of piece that comes on like an art backer, and it's of Wally and Eve when she's like shut off and he's holding like the umbrella. It's just really pretty, so I love this one. And
then last one for me, I know that we're showing a bunch of pins, but I feel like it's fun, and there's some new ones that we like maybe don't show all the time. This is one that I really love, and I'm pretty sure that you got this for me. I'm not 100% sure. I tried to like remember because there's a few of these like Tiana pins that you got for me, but I don't remember if this is one.
I got that one for you.
But
I don't think so.
This is one of those like book series pins, and I really love it for the inside. I've been kind of recently obsessed, like after thinking about like the wishing star and that new movie Wish coming out, and it has like Tiana wishing on the star in there, and I just think it's so nice, and I love how it's a story. There's like the inside that's like an actual storybook, which is great, and it says, once upon a time, Tiana was wishing upon an evening star for a restaurant of her very own when a frog named Naveen hopped up onto the balcony next to her. And I just think it's like really like sweet and nice how she's like, I don't know, she's just like so ambitious and follows her dreams. And I think that's kind of been my like theme for like last year and this year of like my new school program and like the Disney program. I feel like that's just a good like mantra for me. So I really love that pin.
And then the last one that I'm gonna show is this one of Mickey and Minnie, and it says Love is Evolving, and it's from like the pin event that was at Walt Disney World.
Yep, the like 20 years of pin training.
Yeah, I just love it. I love this style of Mickey and Minnie. They're so cute, and I love Mickey and Minnie's relationship, and I also love how it's like a love pin. So mine are all like love related. So I just took them off for a pin for back.
So now let's get into the meat of this Q&A, which is everybody wants to know so many things about marriage and a wedding and that kind of stuff. So we're gonna touch on all those. Some people ask the same question multiple times. So like we'll obviously answer them, but there are some ones that are different. So one of them is, are we planning on getting married this year? Which I guess kind of ties into, is there a date set for the wedding? Those are kind of like the same question.
Yes, a lot of people ask, when's the wedding?
A lot of people.
When's the date? When are you getting married? Is it this year?
All
et cetera, et cetera.
So I think for us, because we're both in school.
Yeah, let's just like lay out where we are in our life.
That's what I was gonna say.
Now.
Where we're at in our life right now.
So we are both in school. My program is like 24 months straight, so I will be done next year in
August of 2024.
Yes, August 2024. Brandon's program is 3 years, but like he has the summer off.
Yeah, so I'm done in April 2025. So a whole year after Heidi, pretty much.
Yes, and so for us, especially with my program, with no time off, and next year I could be like anywhere, kind of doing placements all the times. It's just like not that it's not our priority, because I would love to make it a priority, but it's just not like realistic, I think, for us to be focusing on the wedding right now.
Like, and I think the biggest hurdle is like the financial hurdle of like of course if we could afford it then we would do it.
Yeah.
It's just when you're a student and you like work a part-time job and then also go to school, there's like not really time to be saving.
Yeah, because we have to pay for
money.
school and pay for obviously bills. And
So
the adult things.
Things are expensive.
Yes.
But I think for us, I would say like the earliest that it could possibly be would be 2024, which is next year when you're done school. That's like the earliest, because like we can't this year. Obviously.
I mean, and if it was at that time, it would be a very small wedding.
Yeah. So I think for us, it's like the 2024, 2025 range.
But
that would be when it would be.
I wanted it to be on the same day that we started dating and then got engaged. But then it only next year falls on a weekend, and then after that it's all weekdays. So I don't know if that'll happen. But
so June 9th. So maybe it'll happen next year, like, or 2025.
Yeah.
I would say that's
if we
a
win the
realistic
lottery,
time frame.
if we win the lottery, then it can happen. So we'll see what happens.
So with all that being said, have we started to plan the wedding, or have any ideas of what we would want that to look like in terms of like a place or decor, that kind of stuff? For some questions, and are we gonna get married at Disney? We'll kind of put that together because it's like the location, if we have any ideas.
Okay, so we can start off with the easy, the Disney one.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be getting married at Disney.
No.
The thing about, it's not even like Disney, but like a travel wedding is, I just feel bad making people like pay to go to your wedding, because
you limit who can
who
can go, for us especially.
For us, yeah. So I just don't think that that's what I would want to do.
Yeah.
Or we would want to do.
Yeah. I think for us, in terms of like the planning stage, of course, when you don't really have a date, you kind of can't like plan that stuff, but you can see ideas. I just think we kind of have ideas of like the like aesthetic, or like a location of like,
or like time of year,
more of like a rustic,
or outdoorsy,
like, outdoorsy, like in a barn, but like a nice barn in the summer,
or like or
I
like Muskoka vibes, like something like that.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of where we're at with that. Obviously, like when you don't know the date, you can't, like I said, book a venue and that kind of stuff. So I think for us, it's just like anytime that we see fun things, like, or see ideas, we like jot it down or like think of it, but we're not kind of at the stage where we're like physically actually planning out the whole wedding.
Yes, I always like write down when I see random stuff. I'm like, oh, we'll do that, or that's a good idea. So yeah, that's where we're at.
And there's a few more on this kind of topic. One of them says, Heidi, will you be changing your last name when you get married? Which is something that we haven't like.
I know.
Really
I feel like we haven't really talked about that.
Yeah, which is an interesting question, because I think it's kind of like in like our society now, it's so different.
Yeah,
and I think especially with you, with your field of like you're gonna be
healthcare provider,
right? So it's like, I think that.
But I feel like it's different if you were like a doctor, because I feel like doctors actually go by like their last name, and I feel like some people have like a very deep connection with that if they like, you know, work towards becoming a doctor, and then but with PAs it's not like that. Usually people go by their first name. So yeah, I mean, probably I will change it. I don't know. Do you want me to change it?
I would love for you to. I think it'd be so nice,
it'd probably sound good because my name is kind of
it's like a European name, which is what my last name's European. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it's one of those things I think that like you think of, and I feel like it'd just be so nice. I don't know. It's like selfish to say that, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know like what to say. I just feel like that it would be really, really nice, and I would love that. But it's totally up to you.
The next question also kind of goes with wedding. It's, where are we honeymooning to?
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know. When I think about,
we've talked about
no, I know where we're honeymooning to. But now that I'm thinking about it, just like right here, it's like if we had our wedding next year, then we could have done that trip that we're doing as our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Because it's like guaranteed. So that's why I'm like,
who knows what'll happen? That's true.
That's why I'm like, let's just book a place and get married.
So basically, like, our whole thought process of a honeymoon is like Hawaii / Disneyland in California.
Yeah, because for us to fly to Hawaii, we're gonna probably have to take a flight first somewhere.
Yeah.
So if we're going somewhere, we might as well go to California,
Yeah.
do Disneyland, and then after go to Hawaii.
Relax somewhere in Hawaii. I feel like that would just be so great. Hawaii is a place that you've always wanted to go to. Obviously,
Really bad.
we've always wanted to go to Disneyland. I would love to go to Disneyland, and I feel like it'd be cool for like a honeymoon to celebrate that there when it's like all new and different. Even though like it'd be so great to do it at Disney World, I think that it would just like feel
I
more
feel like
special.
it would just be fun to do something different for your honeymoon,
Yeah,
because
I
like we
agree.
always go to Disney World, so it's
Yeah.
like kind of just the same. Not, it's just funny because it's like, oh, like the usual. Even like when I told people I booked a trip, they're like, where are you going? I'm like, oh, Disney, the
Yeah.
usual. So it'll be nice to do something like different, and then I feel like it'll be like really special.
Yeah, for sure. And then kind of going off that, another question is, have we ever been to Disneyland? And the answer is no,
You
not
technically
yet.
have.
Technically, I've been to downtown Disney.
Oh, I thought you went to Disneyland.
And then I think I went to California.
Yeah, you did.
No, I went to California Adventure for like an hour. It wasn't even
okay,
long.
but you still technically have.
Yeah, technically. I went like and did a tower at the time. Was the only ride that we did because I vividly remember doing it. But that was all. It was like a day
school
when
trip.
I was in high school. We did a trip to California and we did like San Francisco and LA. Like, but part of our day was like, yeah, going there for an hour, and it was like either park. And the group that I was with
did you, like,
wanted
pay
to go.
do that? Like to go
Yeah.
to Disney for an hour?
Yeah, but I think
much did that
I
cost?
think originally we were supposed to do only Disney, but then we did Disney and Universal, like
In
Hollywood.
the same day?
Yeah, it was like very, very
So
random.
you paid like $300
I
to
don't
go
really
to the
know
park
how
for an
that
hour?
worked. Maybe there was like a discount. I don't really know. But anyway, so like I say that I've never been because I feel like that doesn't really count. Like we did one thing and I
And not
don't
me.
even remember.
I
Not you.
wasn't a part of that.
No. So the answer is I guess no.
I have not.
You have never, and I have for an hour, so that doesn't count. I haven't like actually been to Disneyland Park, but for us, I think our goal, and we've kind of shared this a little bit, is next year to go.
Yes, 2024.
Yeah, we really want to do D23 Expo, and it's been something that I've wanted to do forever. I almost actually went when we started dating.
You were like, they had like the tickets and everything.
Everything was
Brandon's
booked.
family was gonna go.
And
I
then
was
we
gonna watch
didn't
the dog.
go. Yeah, so I would love to go. I think that next year is going to be a big D23 Expo. So our like thought process is do the expo and then do a Disneyland kind of trip for like 4 or 5 days after that.
And it would be perfect because like I would just be done school.
Yeah.
So it'd be like end of graduation trip. So the next question also kind of goes with marriage
And life.
Life is how many babies do we want?
Yes,
Yay.
which we've talked about often. Of course, like when you're at the stage of life where you're engaged, you talk about these things about like what your life looks like.
I cry every day about having a child.
Yeah, like, and I think that's another reason why, like, wanting to like keep on that path of like, you know what I mean, like not to like get married fast, but it's like when you're in your career
Yeah.
job, then it's like I feel like your life can start together more.
Yes.
So I feel like we've talked about the kids thing, of course, and we used to say 2, and then
No, I never said 2.
okay.
Brandon,
I used to say 2.
You have to stop saying
That's
we.
fine. I
Brandon
used
used
to.
to say 2.
But now we're settled at 3.
Well, I mean, once you actually have the children,
Yeah.
then you actually decide.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where we're at.
3 or 4. My plan is to have 3, and then the third one will be a twins, and so I'll trick Brandon into having 4, and
boy.
we will have a choice. I'm just kidding, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
3 is probably good.
Yeah, and of course, like you take it one step at a time.
Yes.
But if in a perfect world,
If we
I
had to
think that
choose
would
right
be-
now,
yeah.
like set the number in, that's what we're choosing.
The next question is, what is a dream Disney resort that we'd love to stay at and why?
Okay,
Wanna go
I don't
first?
have an answer to this question anymore because my dream Disney resort was
Animal Kingdom Lodge. That's fair, and we checked that
stayed
off.
there.
I feel like for me, I would love to stay. I think that like Polynesian is a good answer because I feel like it's really, really nice and it's been updated. But I feel like I would like to stay at like the Riviera because I think that's like on the Skyliner. It's like the newest resort. I kind of like the whole vibe. Like every time that we've like went there,
Yeah.
I just love the whole style of it. I've never really seen what rooms look like though, or if it's like as like lavish as like Polynesian or like the Grand Floridian. But for me, I just feel like I love the Skyliner so much that I would want to stay at like an elevated resort, but just on the Skyliner. And I
Yeah.
just love the whole vibe about it.
And If I had to pick another resort, I would just pick Animal Kingdom Lodge again. I just really like Animal Kingdom Lodge.
It was really great,
and
honestly.
I would love to go back. So that's my dream resort, even though I've been there already. I would just love to go for more days and like really.
Yeah, because you're only there for one night, for sure. Yeah. All right, so the next few questions are related to the Disney College program or the Disney Cultural Exchange program that I'll be doing this coming summer, like in roughly, it's like over a month. It's like very, very crazy that it's so close, but the first question was anything that I can share about the program, what it is, like as much of the detail that I can share about it so people understand kind of what I'm doing. So basically my program is the Disney Cultural Exchange program. It's for international students who can't do the Disney College program, obviously that like 6-month or like 9-month program. This one is for the summer. We go down there to Disney World to work there for the summer. This year the dates are May 15th to August 17th for myself, so I'll be there for that 3-month span. And basically while we're down there, we're doing the same thing as the Disney College program, where you're in a specific role, you get your location, all that kind of stuff. It's just like not as long, and it's for international students. So for me right now, kind of where I'm at, I know my role is merchandise. I don't know the location, and I won't know that till a week or two before. I'm just excited about it. I know, what else do I know? I've had to lately do like all the things where it's like the visa form and the medical insurance and all those kind of things, like the behind the scenes stuff. That whole process is rolling through. I'll be staying at a Flamingo Crossings Village, which is like the residence that's down there. And I'm just like excited about it. I feel like it's been something obviously for me that I've shared before that I've wanted to do for a while. And it kind of was never really actually possible until this year. And I like wasn't even gonna do it this year, and then Heidi kind of talked me into doing it and said that I've wanted to do it and like go follow that dream. And I'm just like so excited to actually go do it. So I guess like the gist of it, I'm there for 3 months working at Disney World as a cast member. If you're there, definitely say hello. I'm of course gonna do like a location reveal video, and there's lots more videos here to come, but that's kind of the gist of what the program is. I'm just gonna be working at Disney World for the summer, like a summer internship.
The next question is asking us if we've ever done long distance and our thoughts and feelings about Brandon and him starting like the DCP soon.
Yeah, I think that people, like some people have asked as well, this kind of ties in that, like if you're coming down with me, because I think that some people still don't know.
Yeah.
Which is a no.
Yeah, I'm not going down because again, like I kind of mentioned earlier, my school goes through the summer and it's like full time, and you just gotta keep grinding on that school. So I won't be able to go, unfortunately, but maybe I will be going for a short period of time.
Yeah, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But I think like on the long distance thing, we can do that and then like the thoughts way into it.
Yes.
The long distance thing we've never done.
No.
The most is what, like a week?
Yes, because Brandon and I pretty much like moved in together very shortly after we started dating, just because I was like living in my own apartment and it didn't make sense when we were like, when I was paying for that, and it was just like this whole big thing.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've always like lived together and we like worked together, because then after when I ended up working with you, then we ended up doing like
the same like youth program together.
Yeah, throughout the school year, so we were together like all the time.
Yeah.
And we're always together now. So that will be like definitely an adjustment.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things. I can talk about how I feel, because I can't talk about how you feel.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very, very excited, and I'm so happy for Brandon, and I'm so excited to like watch his vlogs and hear about all his stories that he has, because I know how much this means to him. But then every day I'm always like, oh, I'm sad about it, because obviously it's gonna be hard not having like your person here all the time.
Yeah.
And Brandon just like supports me a lot and is just there for me a lot. And school, like my school is pretty like rigorous and intense, so he's often there to like help me through that and be like my cheerleader. So it's gonna be hard with him not here physically, but I know that he'll continue to support me through like FaceTimes and obviously just thinking about me. So I just have to think about it like, yeah, it's only temporary and he's gonna have all these amazing experiences, and I'm so happy for him. So I'm more happy than I am sad, and I'm only sad not because he's doing it, but because I'm gonna miss him. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, which is a lot. But yeah, like I think for me, like I said before, I wouldn't be doing this if Heidi didn't encourage me to do it, which is one of those things that I think like all you can ever ask for in somebody is that like they'll always support you and care for you. And I think that like where I'm at is, of course, I'm excited about the program. I cannot wait. I'm excited to like do all those things like related to it, but I am kind of like dreading that day that I leave because I know that I'm gonna just be like an emotional mess, to be honest. And for me, like I've never actually had to live on my own. Like I've moved here to this like new city with you. We did that together. Whereas I've never had to live at all on my own,
Which
even
is
though it's
different
only for
me.
3 months.
Yeah, that's always been like something we've talked about because like I'm very much more like I've had like, these experiences where I like moved countries by myself and just like started fresh like several times through my experiences, and you haven't had that.
No.
So it's gonna be like different.
Yeah. So I think for me, I'm
excited.
like obviously so excited. My like excitement level is at like a 12 out of 10. But like I think for me, it's gonna be different when like you don't have that person there, of course, all the time, especially when it's a new experience. Even though I'll be like at Disney and so like immersed in work and all the Disney stuff, I think that it'll like still be different to like move into a place and be like living like on your own and doing those things on your own, which like it sounds kind of like silly that it's like gonna be like difficult, but I just think
an adjustment, and you've never had to do it before, and you've always had like you've either been with your family or with myself. So
and I just think it's one of those things that like you just feel good when like your person's always with you. So like it's gonna be very, very tough, and I'm telling you that vlog of my travel day, it's gonna be like waterwork central over here for sure. And then one more question related to the Disney College program sort of stuff is, what am I most looking forward to about the program? And I think there's like so many things, to be honest. I think though the biggest thing is just like the experience of like, not even like the work necessarily, which I'm excited about, but everything else, whether it's meeting new people, meeting people who I've talked to on here that I'll get to meet for the first time, like in person, or like see people again. And honestly, like I'm excited to make content, which is like really, I think, something that I'm so excited about, and I can't wait for all of you hopefully to like want to watch that stuff and like leave me suggestions about stuff to do, because that's going to be a big like focus for me while I'm there, is obviously to work is the number one, but like I really want to make content like and document this whole experience for myself, of course, and for Heidi, but for all of you.
And that's the thing, Brandon's gonna have, or at least his goal is to have videos, at least one video a week.
For sure.
So I know I'm looking forward to that, because I'm just gonna be like, oh, what did he do this week? And I'll get to watch it. So hopefully you're excited about that as well.
Yeah, like it'll just be something that's like really cool to look back on and to kind of be a part of. But I'm just excited to like meet certain people, and those people know who they are. I can't wait to hang out with you all. And if you're gonna be down there, like I said, between like May and August, definitely let us know on Instagram. I would love to say hello to anybody. Or if you randomly like see me if I'm working, like don't be afraid to say hello. I don't know, just it's just gonna be such a crazy summer, and I'm just so excited and beyond grateful for it.
The next question is, if you had to pick one park to work at, one Disney park, and you could pick your role, what would that be?
I'm gonna give the answer of what I hope for my exchange program. And then another one if I could have just picked anything. So for me, I'm in the role of merchandise, and my dream location is the Emporium. I really want to work at the Emporium, and I'm excited that even if I don't get that location, I can pick up shifts there, but I'm manifesting and putting it out there that I would love to work at the Emporium. I just think that it'd be so magical. It's like on Main Street, of course, and I just think there's like something about it that it's like that main store that you just like love to go into. So for me, that's like a realistic, hopefully happens. And then in the other way, like if it was at a park, I would love to work Tower of Terror, which is kind of random. I don't know how good that I would be at it, but I feel like I would love that. I think it'd be very fun to be like immersed in that. I don't know how great, like I said, that I would be at it. Or I'd love to be the person on a runaway railway that stands at the front of the screen and says, "Who, me?" and talks to Goofy. I would love to do that as well.
I feel like that would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
And now I will answer the question.
Yes.
So I have two for this.
Yeah.
I would love to work at the Bippity Boppity Boutique.
Yeah, good one.
That would be like a dream, because
Super
I
good one.
love working with kids. So I think it'd be so fun to like make magic in that way. And then my other one would be like working at PhotoPass. I think that would be really fun. I love like taking pictures.
Yeah, seriously.
In general, and I think it'd be really fun to like have families and guests.
That's a good one.
Just like do fun poses for people.
I love
be
it.
like, oh, do that or do that.
Yeah.
So I think those would be my like two if I had to pick.
I also kind of want to add on to this that I would love to like actually work for Disney as a job. And I have like an exciting thing that like I'm talking to somebody at Disney just like to talk to them about stuff that I'm excited about. So I don't know. Like, I'm just manifesting that hopefully one day I'll get to have a career working for Disney, even if it's like down the line. I just would love that. So I'm just like manifesting all these things.
The next question is, what is your guys' summer plans?
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yes, obviously my summer plans is to go work at Disney World for the summer, and I'll be there basically the whole summer from May to August working there. Which is kind of my main summer plans. What are yours?
Yeah.
And then we'll add one thing on as well.
Okay. My summer plans are to finish my first year of PA school, which is crazy to think about. It's one of those things where like I'm excited for the end of summer because of the thing that we're going to talk about next.
Right.
But then I'm also like, oh my gosh, that I'm going to be done PA school, and then next year is my clerkship, so I'll be like in placements and like
Crazy.
helping people and doing the thing. So it's like just a lot of emotions, but super exciting. So my summer is going to be doing that, but I'm also going to try to fill my time up with friends and family time. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And then the tie-in, there was like another question which said Disney trip plans, when, where, what's going on, and that's like the last half of our summer. Of course, I'm already there.
Yeah.
So why would Heidi not come down at the end of my program to do a trip?
Yes, and it was like meant to be because I only have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Like from now until August, I only have 2 weeks off, and that's in August. And then after that, I'm back in school for a full year. Yeah. Other than 2 weeks off over Christmas. Yeah. So I'm like, I have to do this.
Most
like
of it
lined up perfectly because your program ends. So when Brandon's program ends, I will be going down to Disney. Yeah. And we're gonna announce more about that.
We're gonna have a trip announcement video that'll come out probably like in June or something, like in the summer.
With all the final details of like all the
who's coming with us. Maybe there's people coming with us. Maybe we're meeting people there. Who knows? There's gonna be so many details, but that's what's happening right now. That's 100% confirmed that Heidi's coming down.
Got my flights.
Got her flights, and we have some fun things to announce of like, who's coming with, what are we doing, all that fun stuff. And then in terms of another trip, I think that D23 would be the most realistic of like a year after, saving for that trip, because that's like a priority. I think going to Disneyland and doing that. So those, I would say, in the next like 2 years, those are the Disney trips.
The next question is, if you could be any Disney character, who would you be?
This is a hard question because I think like right away I think the genie, but then
like you think your favorite character, then it's like,
does he have like magical powers after he's granted all the wishes? I guess so, because he does all the stuff. So I would say the genie because of like the magic element, and he's just like a bigger guy as well. But I think if I also could, I would love to be like one of the Incredibles, of like Mr. Incredible, to like be super strong.
Okay.
Like would be so cool. I just think obviously to have like a superpower.
Yes.
But I would say the genie, like he's my favorite, but also just like the coolest. I think he's so cool, would have some cool powers. So Mr. Incredible or the genie would be my choices.
I'm like really trying to think.
It's hard.
It's like if I say Rapunzel, my favorite character, well then I'm just like with Flynn Rider.
Yeah.
No. So I think I want to pick a character like someone who lives maybe like Moana or like Nani, because I like how they live by the water, and then I could just like surf and be a beach girl, because like I feel like
very cool.
In another life I would love to be just living it up in Hawaii and surfing. So I'm gonna pick one of them.
Another question is, in the future, will we adopt or get any fur babies, dogs, cats,
etc.,
anything like that? And I think for us it's no. Because I think we just like I've seen how hard it is for people to have an animal and be able to like travel and do things. I loved having a dog when my family had a dog, and like I miss that they don't have her anymore. But I think that you're just like restricted more to things, and it's harder. Of course, they offer so many other things, but like definitely for us, not a cat. I'm like super allergic to cats.
Brandon's super allergic to cats.
Super allergic.
So I feel like you'd also be allergic to like other
certain
animals
kinds of dogs
as well.
So I think just at this stage, I don't envision us having a pet, but like that could change when you have like a family one day. Maybe you might want one,
maybe.
But I think for us, it's kind of just...
Yeah, and I've also like didn't grow up having like a dog, or like I had like little pets like hamsters and or rabbits that lived outside and things like that.
Yeah.
But I never had like a dog, so I think that I just don't like have that like connection to.
Right,
I know
to
when I
have
grew up I wanted to have a dog, but then when I got older and like knew the logistics, I'm like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's like also one of those things like if your job's like really busy,
Yeah.
and you have kids and stuff, like people are able to do it. I just think that
You just have to
it's
prioritize
hard.
it.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point we're not prioritizing.
Yeah.
The next question is, what is our favorite color?
Yeah, it's a good one. I'll say blue, but I really also like a turquoise color.
Okay.
Like that kind of like green blue, but like blue I would say is a general favorite color of mine.
Very nice. And my favorite color is pink, like light pastel pink.
The next question is, if we could have any piece of Disney merch, no matter the cost or no matter anything, what would that be? Do you want to take it away?
Okay, I will go first. This is like a really hard question, I feel,
It's
because
tough.
there's
so
many things out there.
Yep.
And there's things that I like, but I'm gonna like pick a really random answer because I always go on Poshmark and look at these like random things. It's like an old, I don't even have like an envision of what it would look like, but like a Tower of Terror shirt that's like the vintage Disney
That's
ones.
good. That's a good one for you.
Because I really like the old style of the parks when it just looks like just the ride and it's just like crisp and it's just so like just the ride.
It's good.
So that.
For me, I would say, because I love pins, and this is kind of like what I thought of right away. There's like other things, of course, I'm sure that I could think of, but I would love the Judy Hopps or Genie profile pins. Those like WDI of like where they're turned sideways. I would love that. I think that they're so awesome. They're so big. They're overpriced at this point because people jack those prices up, but if price didn't matter, I would get one or both of those. The next question is, what is your favorite attraction at each of the 4 Walt Disney World parks? So again, we'll kind of tackle this. We'll do Hollywood Studios first.
Okay.
What is your favorite one at Hollywood Studios?
Tower of Terror.
Yeah, I'll say Mickey and Minnie's, but Tower is like right there. I think if there's a ride that I'm most excited about to ride, like on my exchange program, I'm excited to ride Tower the most.
You love riding Tower.
I don't know what it is about it. Obviously Cosmic Rewind as well, which we'll get to, but I'll say Mickey and Minnie's, but Tower is like very close to passing that as one of my favorites.
And then we can do Epcot next, which
Yeah.
is an easy one now.
Yeah, Guardians. Cosmic Rewind is just
so good.
It's so good. I'm excited to ride it. I just can't wait. It's like by far and away our favorite there and my favorite overall.
Yeah, I only say it's not my favorite overall because I don't, like, Marvel's not my favorite thing, so I feel like I can't say like, oh yeah, it's my favorite ride when I'm not like, Marvel's not my favorite thing ever.
And you're more connected to the other movie of your other favorite ride.
Yeah, but I love that ride so much.
And then that can transition into Animal Kingdom, which for you is?
Flight of Passage, which is my favorite ride. It overtook Tower of Terror, but Tower of Terror is like my OG favorite. And Flight of Passage is like, I just love Avatar so much. And when I ride that ride, it literally makes me so happy. Like, I can't explain it.
I know, no, I
It
understand.
makes me so happy. Like, even thinking about it, I just want to like cry about it because it's like so beautiful.
It is. It's
and
very
I
beautiful.
just love the earth and like it just is so cool. And I know it's not like real, but like
no, but it does feel very
real.
It does. And I got to ride that, of course, for the first time in June, and I like understand the hype, of course.
Yeah.
But my favorite at Animal Kingdom is Expedition Everest. I love Everest. I know that it's not really like on people's list always of like their favorite, and some people skip it, but I think it's just so great, so awesome. I know it's older and some things don't work always properly, but like it'll never get old when you pull up and the track's broken and you go backwards. And also honorable mention to Dinosaur. Dinosaur is underrated and we love Dinosaur so much. And then lastly, our favorite ride at Magic Kingdom.
I feel like this is a hard one.
This one is hard.
I don't have a favorite Magic Kingdom ride. I'll say today.
We also haven't done Tron, of course, because Tron just opened is gonna open very soon. They're doing like the soft opening and stuff, but
yes.
It's hard, Magic Kingdom. Like, I guess I'll say Big Thunder Mountain. I think I really like Big Thunder Mountain, and I like it at nighttime, like a lot, so I guess that would be my favorite, because it's like a thrill ride, and it's fun.
I'll say Mine Train, because I just like that one.
Great.
I think it's fun, and the theming's good.
Even though it's
different.
short.
Yeah, and then my honorable mention will be Pirates, which is very random, but like, As a dark ride, like I really like Pirates.
That's good. I'll give an honorable mention to Peter Pan's Flight, which is the first ride that I ever rode. I know people say it's not worth the wait, which is fair, but like it still is very magical.
Yes,
like
it is.
the pixie dust and like flying over London, like it's just very, very cool. So I'll say that one as well. This next one's gonna get hot and controversial because it is what is your Disney hot take? So something that most people don't agree with, but you have an opinion about. And I think that we can maybe say the same thing, but I'll try to
let's
also
just
have
say the
something
same
different.
thing.
Okay, we can say the same thing.
Because we always talk about this all the time.
And I'm gonna like take a different spin on it than you maybe will.
No, I'm gonna agree with what
You're
you
with me?
said.
Okay, so
Let's just
basically
say it.
what our hot take is, of course, everybody loves Happily Ever After. And if you've been around our channel, you know that we've been vocal that we love Enchantment.
Yes,
But
which
I think-
like nobody does.
No, yeah. I think we've come to the conclusion that our hot take is the song You Are the Magic in Enchantment is significantly better than Happily Ever After in Happily Ever After.
No, it's not. We don't.
It
wanna
is,
hear this.
I could listen to it all day long.
We
I
do
listen to
listen
it
to it.
daily. Like honestly,
It just inspires me, honestly.
it's like, I don't know what it is
just
about
good.
it. Like, you are the magic, you can do this.
If you dream about it, then tomorrow it will be true.
Yeah, you know?
That's great.
So I know that's a very hot take. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see because
we'll
we're gonna
It's
see
gonna come
Happily
back.
Ever After,
Yeah,
and then
it's
we
been a
can
long time.
remember.
And I
how
think
we
Enchantment
felt.
for us, we got engaged and watched it, and it was like also that
We didn't
I don't
get
know.
engaged right there.
No, but I'm saying like, and then after being away from the parks for so long,
Yes.
then we saw
I think
Enchantment.
that's
that's
why.
that's
it
the
really
biggest
just
reason.
felt like here you
Because
go.
of COVID and stuff, and,
And
then
it's
it was
like
like
you've
the 50th.
traveled from so far, and it's like, yeah, we have from Canada to
Yeah.
get here, and now we're here feeling it up. And then it's like, you're the magic though.
Yeah.
And I love that.
So that's a hot take, and another hot take is that Frozen is disrespected. I've
that
decided,
is a
and
hot
I've decided that this could be a hot take. Frozen 2 significantly better than Frozen 1.
Yes, also
and
true.
Show Yourself is significantally by far the best Frozen
Go
song.
off.
I just like I know that we do live streams and like people
People
like
hate
have
on
said
Frozen
that. Well, no,
because
because
they
of-
say that
it's
there's
overplayed and stuff, which is fair.
Yes, because they played Let It Go on the radio,
Let It Go ruined
and that's
the
annoying
Frozen.
that they played it on the radio so much. But the actual movie is very good.
Frozen 2 's
and
good.
Frozen 2 is even better.
So I know that could be a
That's
hot
all.
take as well, but I'm excited for Frozen 3. And
Yeah, I'm so excited.
those are the hot takes. You Are the Magic and Frozen.
And the final question for today is, how has creating content impacted your lives?
Yes, the short answer is it's made it so much better and so great. I think in terms of like specific things, I think that being able to do this has led us to be able to meet so many incredible people who we've really connected with, and has led to some of the best ever friendships that we have. Where like we started off like meeting these people online,
Yeah.
and now it's like you look at like there's people who we hang out with all the time or who we like plan trips with, and it's
Yeah.
just incredible in that way that like there's people who you didn't even know existed, but
Or-
because of this we could find
Yeah,
that.
or even just people online who we just like talk to regularly,
Yeah,
or even
like,
if it's not regularly, that
for
we
sure.
could be like, hey, how's it going? Or they're just like cheering you on, and it
Yeah.
just feels so nice, and you're cheering them on, and it's just like really an awesome community.
Yes, yeah, which I think kind of leads into the other part of like, I think that all of you who watch our videos, we're so grateful and thankful for you. And like, we've changed our channel as of lately of like doing different things like live streams and those things, but you're always like so supportive of us.
Yeah.
And it just honestly means the world to us that like we have all of you who watch our videos. So I think for us, it's just like the community, like, and being able to connect with people who also love Disney just as much as we do.
Yes.
I think would be kind of the short answer.
Yes, and some other things that I also like is like being able to look back on kind of old videos and see,
Yeah.
even just like going back to the old Q&A and like seeing our answers there and
Yeah.
seeing how far we've come and how much we've changed and like, you know, just everything.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah, like to kind of add on that, like for me, I think that I've become, like this is kind of like sappy to say, but I've become like more confident with myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Which is like one thing that like, I think that when you put yourself out on the internet,
it's scary.
yes it is, but it's like, I think both of us, like when you look at old videos,
Yeah, we've
have changed
definitely-
so much, and like, it's just so crazy to see where I feel like we just like feel confident and feel just like happy about it and ourselves. Yeah, like I think
And we
this has
don't-
allowed
yeah.
us to be
Like our authentic
our
self.
truest self.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
find ourselves and share that with everyone.
Yeah.
And so that's been super awesome. And the last thing I wanted to say on top of that is I love how we've been able to evolve our channel continuously into like what we want it to be. So there's never felt like a time where we like, oh, we have to continue with these kind of videos. We just do whatever we like. So it's just like a passion that we enjoy doing, and it brings us joy.
Yeah, like, and everybody's always like so supportive of anything that we do, which just makes it so much like easier and better, which is so great.
So that's everything that we have for today. Thank you so much to everyone who asked us questions and who is watching this vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed it and maybe learned something new about us today.
Yes, for sure. I think it's cool to do one of these after so long to like have so many questions out there answered. So hopefully, yeah, this was fun for all of you. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to our channel, consider subscribing for more Disney content just like this. Pins, hauls, vlogs, unboxings, live streams, trailer reactions, and Disney Cultural Exchange Program content. And with all that being said as well, we're gonna be going live next weekend, April 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to do the perfect Disney Park, Disney World day. It's gonna be so fun. We're gonna pick different pathways, go down different avenues, and ultimately decide at what our perfect
it's gonna be
Disney World day.
Very interactive, so hopefully you can come and join us there.
For sure, and be sure to ring that bell so you never ever miss any new videos from us.
And remember, it's always sunny.